Hey Koizumers, welcome back to today's stream. So today we're playing Nier. Wait, we're not? Okay, so today we're actually talking about board games? Are you sure this ain't a Nier stream? It sounds like one. Alright, so today we're talking about board games. I took a few photos of board games I own, but unfortunately I couldn't really take pictures of the inside of most because of their being shiny or reflective things, so we'll have to Google for that. But I'm sure we'll make do. Anyway, how are you all? Do you have a favorite board game? Do you guys count TCG as board games actually? Else I could have just taken a picture of all my decks and be done, hahaha. That would have been a really easy stream. But no, we're not doing that today. I took pictures of my actual other board games. Having to add all of them to my OBS took forever and I had to cut a few out. As soon as stuff are in those little plastic bags, it becomes really reflective. And I try to keep stuff in original packaging as much as possible. So that's like almost all my board game, hahaha. Oh, I do have Monopoly. It's like my least favorite board game though. I have a few different Monopolies because if you say you like board games, people will give you Monopoly early on. So let me think, what do I have for Monopoly? Normal Monopoly, of course. Pokemon Monopoly, Warcraft Monopoly, what else? I can't even really remember because I never use them. I know I have like 5 or 6 different Monopolies, hahaha. I just never use them. Monopoly isn't that fun to me. Alright, well, I don't have Fortnite Monopoly. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it doesn't surprise me. Oh yeah, I have Risk. That's another classic. That game also has tons of versions to it. I really wanted to take a picture of my really old copy of Hero Quest, but hear me out. I didn't take a picture of it because it was all the way in the back behind others. And I'd have to move like at least 10 games to get to it. So I decided to not do that for a picture, sorry. It's different if I were to play it, but just for a picture that sounded like a lot of effort. I can show it off on Google or something. For the people who don't know Hero Quest, let me Google it. Oh, I need to move a bit. Okay, so that's Hero Quest. It's a really old game. I used to play it a lot growing up though. It's a bit hard to see, maybe because it's just laid out here. But there are like different scenarios you can play through. There are, I believe, 4 hero units to choose from which you can play. And you play against someone who plays as essentially the GM, like you have in D&D. Only they know where the enemies are and such, while the player controlling the heroes has to explore the scenario and make its way through it. So essentially it can be 4 players against 1 gram. Maybe I can find a picture of an actual game. Maybe I say, but not yet. Okay, so this could work, but this is on a rather small scale. So basically those doors are closed at first and the players won't know what's in there until they either peek through the lock or just open it. It's kinda like a different version of D&D in a way. Fun fact actually about the furniture you see here. It came with Hero Quest and furniture was difficult to get at the time. So a lot of D&D players actually bought Hero Quest to get furniture as well. It's a really fun game though, and it's on tabletop, you're right. I wonder if I could convince some people to play it with me sometime. It's an old game, but I feel like people would still like it. I wonder if I can find an image of the figures in it. There we go.
Ding dong, ding dong.
That's a few of the figures in it. Thanks so much for the follow, Lillian, and welcome to the stream. But yeah, there's a lot of minis in this and it's great. I would recommend it. If you want to try it, it's on the thing, I think, on tabletop. And that's someone banned. I didn't read all of it, but I saw that self-promo, so nope. Anyway. This game was really good, but a lot of people did just buy it for the mini stuff. Because it was really good value for that. Hey Maple, you are always welcome to shill because I know you. I need to find people to play this with sometime, would be fun. Maybe if I ever do a subathon, I'll try and get people together to play some of my old favorites like this. It would have to be via tabletop though, because I'm in Europe, hahaha. I can't really expect people to fly over for a board game. But yet it would take a lot of preparation and planning, so something for the future. It's hard enough to get a decent group of streamers together, let alone a group that's willing to learn and has a few hours. But yeah, This game I grew up with and it's possibly one of the first ones I played with my family. Well, of course we also played Monopoly and such, but we don't like it that much. Okay, so actually before I continue, one of the games in this will actually show what country I'm from. Because the thing about buying locally, a lot of stuff come in your local language. Also my eye is bugging out, damn it glasses. But yet if you don't to know that, then I'll try and remember to give a heads up before the game. Because I know some people care about immersion or whatever, hahaha. But yeah, one game is in my native language instead of English. I try to usually get games in English though. Alright, so let's actually move on from Hero Quest for a bit. Alright, let's see what game should I start with. I have a few that I played a lot and a few I haven't played too much yet. Let's start with one I recently got. So this game. Oh no, I need to be in front of the games. There we go. I was hiding behind it, hahaha. So this is one of the games that was a bit reflective because of the packaging, because it hasn't been played yet. The only time I played it was before purchasing it, and I played it online. It's a very fun, but somewhat difficult game. Also, fun fact about when I got this game. When I went to the store to buy this, the guy selling me this literally just looked at me for a minute and then went. This isn't a game for beginners, are you sure? And I'm just standing there like, the fuck you mean I've been playing board games for my entire life? It's a good thing they mention it, but yet I felt offended. This game isn't exactly that easy for people who haven't played a bunch of games before. Yet I'm not sure how a 12-year-old would play this without someone to guide them entirely, hahaha. Let's grab a Google image for the contents. Okay, so it's not Among Us, sorry guys. This game does have a learning curve and it'll take a bit to get it down, but it's very fun once you do. There are a few missions that are completely BS though. So as long as you avoid those, it's fun, hahaha. I have yet to find someone IRL willing to play it with me though because of its learning curve. So I might end up playing it by myself sometime. Which I don't mind doing. I told you guys that on the last Nier stream, I'm pretty sure, hahaha. But yet I don't have too much to say on this game yet because I only played it once or twice before digitally. It seems really good though and fun if you like board games. Definitely not a casual board game fan kinda game though, like if you only played Monopoly kind of stuff. Yeah, that happens sometimes, Emmy, hahaha. It can be very brutal. Alright, what else? Let's do a game I have experience playing and is a bit lighter. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this game on stream before. Now I know what some of you guys might be thinking. Ew, anime game, must be bad. But this one is actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting much of it at first. Oh damn, I forgot to take a picture of the expansions. I have the expansions as well, the villains and more figures and such. So in this game, Oh right, I had to censor something. My face caught me off guard, ha ha ha. Was a reflective little plastic bag. But yeah, in this game you play as one of the girls. And each has their own ability, like Yang has rage. That's to censor the reflection Zenio. There was a reflection of me in there. Yeah, each character has different skill cards. So it's kinda a deck building game? You start with the same cards every time, but as you level up you can buy new cards to change your old stuff out. And the goal is to work together to beat the villain, the boss. So each character has a different play style, but it's meant to be at least 2 players against the villain. True Emmy, but isn't she one of the villains from the expansion? I'm pretty sure I have her as a villa. But yeah, this is a really decent game and a lot better than I expected at first. I wasn't expecting much of it because anime games usually ain't great, but this one was a real surprise. And I actually played this game a lot. My favorite is Yang because she punches things. That's why she's on top. I use her the most. I'm pretty sure I played this with a few people on tabletop before, but not sure who. Did I ever play this with you, Emmy? I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. It was you guys. It's a good game and there's multiple difficulty levels. And the barrier of entry isn't that high, so a lot of people will be okay with playing it probably. Personally, I think this game would be great to get people into board games because it's light, somewhat easy to understand, but still adds good foundations for other games. And the setting ain't too arc. The problems with a lot of advanced board games is that it has a very dark setting. And this one being Ruby, not really. It's also not even that expensive, so that's a huge plus from me. Alright, let's keep that game for a bit. Oh right, this game. Villainous. Okay, I have to be honest guys. I forgot how to play this. I played it like once. I can't really remember it. Is there anyone who knows this and knows if it's good? I feel like it wasn't bad, but I can't remember. The Marvel one isn't good? What a surprise, hey! Marvel and not being good, we're all surprised here. Sorry Marvel fans. I didn't mean it, please don't cancel me. Oh, it actually has expansions. That I didn't know. I got this because, well, it wasn't too expensive and it looked fun. I heard good things as well. And most importantly, it's Disney. Now why is that important, you might ask? Okay, so let me tell you something about the difficulty of getting people into board games. If people hear a name they've never heard before and there's a difficulty curve to learning it, they won't be down to play most of the time, right? Now what if you added something they already like or are familiar with? The more they already like the subject, the more they are down to sit down and learn with you to try it. So since Disney is popular and well known, when people see it they naturally get interested already. Which helps shorten the initial step of getting them to try it. Thanks for the raid Stitched and welcome to the stream. Hey Lashio is welcome back. We're just talking about board games. So yeah, this game I mainly got because it looks fun and people might be willing to try it. Sometimes having more casual games is a good thing, you know. I have a huge mix of casual and somewhat sweatier games IRL. I have games my mum instantly understands kinda thing as well. Oh my god, I just realized I forgot. I wanted to take a picture of my Chocobo game. I see it from here but it's kinda scuffed lighting now. I'll just Google an image that's better quality. It's 2 AM here, so bad lighting. Yes, Chocobo from Final Fantasy. It's a very fun and casual game. Why are the images such bad quality? Wow, Google. Oh well, this one might work. Okay, so as you can see, it's not a very expensive game. You can tell by the pieces. They are little wooden things with Chocobo stickers on them basically. But this game is a very fun casual experience, where without too many rules you can immediately jump in. Basically each player has one color of Chocobo and a nest. And then there are yellow Chocobo. I think you need to get, was it 5? I think it was 5 or 6 yellow Chocobo into your nest to win. Now how to do that is by going to the things with the 2 paws on it. There you have your Chocobo, do a screech to call them. And the follow turns, you have to move them back to your nest. Sounds simple, right? Well, the thing is, other players can steal your yellow chocobo. And there's a few support cards to help with that. I don't see them in this picture though. But yet it just becomes one big chaotic mess, and the more people are playing, the more chaotic it becomes. Like the basics are really simple, but everyone is just constantly messing with each other. So it's a very fun game, but I would recommend at least 3 players. Two players is possible, but it can be a very short game if they can't interrupt you in time. So with 3 players there's just that third person who is always trying to block you, hahaha. If you like Final Fantasy and simple games, this is actually really fun and easy to get into. And the box art is really cute. Look at that cute art. I had to get it just because of that, not gonna lie. "10 out of 10 would buy again." I can't believe I forgot to take picture of this one though. Oh well, it happens. If you want a fun party game kinda, this is it. Very easy to get into, and even if you don't know the rules it'll take you about 5 minutes at most to learn. If even that long. This is a nice game to play with family as well because of how easy it is. Remember guys, even if you like really difficult games, it's never a bad idea to have simple games as well. Because not all your friends will like those same difficult games. And if you still want to play games with them, have some casual stuff that's fun as well. And same with if there's ever younger kids or something. Like I played this with my younger nephew and he immediately got it. Thanks Curly, it's a redeem but they love it, ha ha ha. Sometimes I'm stuck with it all stream long. But yeah, this game, I would definitely recommend if you're looking for something simple yet fun. Now let's go to something slightly more advanced, maybe to mix it up a bit. Not that one. That was the wrong game. Oh my god, I wish it did, I would love that. Okay, what about this one? The D&D board games. Now for some reason people don't know these exist. Whenever I say I have all the D&D board games, they're always like, you mean 5th edition? But it's actually pretty good, and most importantly, it comes with minis. A lot of them. It's worth it just for that. But yeah, it's actually really good. It's a bit dumbed down from normal D&D, I guess. But that's also because not everything fits into the board game format. Now when I say I have all of them, I mean I have all 3. This is one. I didn't open them all for this. But yeah, there's 3. Oh right, we played this on tabletop, didn't we? I think we played Wrath of Ashad Allen. Okay, well then you might like the board game Demi. Because these board games don't really use RP, well, you can force it if you want, I guess. I mean, I know we played it on TTS with Zyko and Vinny, I believe. But that's a long time ago now. It's really fun though. And the fact that it comes with minis is just amazing to me. I didn't take a picture of the character sheets, unfortunately, I see. But just like in normal D&D, you get to play a character. And somewhat like Hero Quest earlier, you play through a scenario while you build up the board. Now you might notice I have multiple games like this. And you'd be right. I love this style of board game. I haven't watched the movie yet Tao, I wonder if it's good. I heard it's meant to be really good though. I was a little worried they might mess it up, but apparently they didn't. Oh look, the sequence of play is underneath the mini. That's accidental, but it's there. So each turn you can do two things. Well, more than that, but the basic things is move and attack. There are other things, but the figures are on that part. Damn it, figures, you're censoring. Oh right, zombie side is meant to be good, right? I never played that one, but I heard good things. I really like fantasy usually. But zombies I'm not too fond of. Okay, yeah, that's the photos I have of this one. It's basically like normal D&D but in board game format, where you slowly build the board yourself. Unlike in Hero Quest where you had the entire map layout already, here you have small pieces you can link to each other to make the map yourself. Oh, you see the pieces in the bottom left actually. Here are what builds the map. So if you like that type of games, it's worth looking into, especially if you like D&D but never really play normal board games. Yes, I want Gloomhaven as well. It's pretty pricey but it's good. One day I'll get it. It's also on Steam and tabletop though, I believe. Doesn't Gloomhaven have a legit digital copy to play on Steam? Maybe I'll actually get the Steam version if it goes on sale in summer sale. If I do, we can play it on stream sometime. Bloodborne board game? Is that good? Oh yeah, Gloomhaven has a lot of things. But I love that kind of stuff. One game I'm thinking about picking up. Okay, heads up before I talk about it or show it. You will call me a nerd for this one. And the games take extremely long. Let me Google it. Okay, also heads up, this ain't my picture, it's Google. So no, this ain't my room. This is a Lord of the Rings game. But the games take really fucking long. Like insanely long. If this was my room, there'd be more games, sorry guys. I have more board games than this, hahaha. But I do want to get a custom game table one day, I just don't really have the space or money for it. So yeah, it's basically a huge war game, but in Lord of the Rings universe. I'm not, but I don't really know where to keep them. I'm keeping them in a separate room, but it's kinda full. I've been gathering board games almost my entire life though, so it's to be expected. I won't say how long that is, because I'm definitely still 21, cough cough. Okay, so the play at me on this box is a lie. Especially if you're new to it. If you're new to this, you can count on at least like 10 hours. If not at least 12. It's ridiculous. This isn't a game you introduce to friends just on the go. It's really good, but also very frustrating to get into. Once you finally get it, it gets good, but expect the first time to be pure hell. Having to figure out how to play a game over a duration of 12 hours ain't for everyone. And it's one of those type of games that gets good from the second time playing because of it. Yet I have Tau, I don't own it but I heard of it. I also have a lot of old games I had as a kid, so they ain't that mature, hahaha. But it's fun to still play some of those simpler games as well. But yeah, don't try to get friends into this unless they are really into board games already. This game is not meant for people who aren't in love with board games. And if you do introduce them to this, they'll likely never play a board game again if they don't like board games to begin with. But for me it looks really interesting because I love board games, hahaha. Okay, so while we were talking about D&D, actually, I found this as well. The thing about this, I didn't play on buying it. I actually bought this at an anime convention, funnily enough. The adventure in this set? I haven't played through this yet, I haven't found people to play with IRL. The first and only time I played D&D 5e is with dual logs on stream. Where we played through his made world thingy. It was a fun one shot to do. I'm curious about this one though. I also took a picture of this character sheet for people unfamiliar. Did games get more accessible? I actually would say yes and no at the same time. Now the reason I'd say yes is simple. Some have been implemented as video games, so people are now familiar with the mechanics. Like there are a lot of board games that are now video games as well. The reason I'd say no though, kind of the same reason. People are used to not have to learn how to do the things themselves now. And while the mechanics haven't changed much in difficulty, besides a few outliers, the attention span of the average person has. So I'd say there's still the same difficulty kinda to get into, but people are used to step into things immediately now from automated systems. So that might make it more difficult for some. Yeah, Emmy, you're right, that helps a lot. I'd say board games are really fun though, and it's nice to not have to stare at a screen for everything. I would definitely give board games a try if you only ever tried Monopoly or something. Because there's a good chance that your favorite video game has a board game equivalent. While it won't be the exact same, there is likely still something that at last matches genre, if not play style a bit. We could do that sometime, but I'm not too sure how to go about it yet, especially if I were to DM, hahaha. Not only have I never DM, but TTS might be a bit slow for it. Not sure yet. But yet I do want to play board games with people sometime. I just have to set it up sometime. If I ever do a subathon, I'll probably have a board game day or something though. I'd just have to find people willing to play some. Yeah, that's true, Violet. But yeah, the starter set, never used, and bought at a anime convention. Still can't believe I found this at an anime convention. Funnily enough, that's also where I bought my first ever gun PLA. The Gundam stuff. That also started at an anime convention. I can show you my Gundam stuff another time, not now. I have a couple of them, but nowhere near as many as board games. I have like 4 or 5 Gundam things right now. I really struggle to put them together. Don't get me wrong, I really like it, but I kinda just stop halfway through and pick it up again after half a year or so. I kinda just randomly forget about them for half a year. I have my Gundam unicorn next to me though. That was my first Gunpla. It was maybe a bit too difficult for the first one, but it was fun. Hey Satan, welcome back to the stream. Okay, let's see what else did I take pictures of. Oh right, another game I definitely mentioned sometime. Wait Ashu, what are you joining? The World of Warcraft board game and my laptop, it seems. Oh no, people are already trying to join. Okay, so I was originally going to take a picture of the first one, the base game, but I saw this one first, so I figured fuck it. Burning Crusade it is. The original one comes with a pretty big map. This one has a slightly smaller map to add Outland. So this is the map that comes with the TBC expansion pack. It's basically the entirety of Outlands. In the base game you won't have the entire world. I believe the base is Eastern Plague Lands or something. Maybe Tyrusful as well? Not sure anymore. But yeah, you can actually play on either the Alliance or Horde side. Okay, that's figures, we'll show those later. So why don't I have the character sheet here? I thought I took a picture of that, oh well. Basically you get to pick a class from your normal WoW classes. And as you level up by completing quests, you can buy new skills from a pile of cards and slowly build up your character. You can also get equipment and even pets. So you kinda build it up the same was as you would in the video game. But you can make fun things like a thorn-focused build, where you deal damage by getting hit, and many more. And after you reach the ending of the game, there is a big fight between all the Horde and Alliance players. And whoever wins that fight wins the game. So basically you set up your character by questing through the game. And once that is done, you fight together with the other players against the other faction. So it's not just important you have a decent build, but it's also important to fit with what you teammates are building. I'm not actually sure if that's in the expansion, I believe so. I don't remember honestly, I mostly play the base game. The reason for that is the size of the map. If I want to add this map to it, I'll have to play on the ground because my table ain't big enough for both maps. Let me find the base game map. Okay, so this is base game and Outlands. You need a pretty big table for it. And my table kinda small. So yeah, not happening most of the time. But it's a very good game for the team building aspect. The gameplay isn't the most difficult. But it's fun to build towards the final fight together. And it's essentially a PvP fight because the other faction is also players. Very fun, but it's not in production anymore, so getting a copy might prove difficult. It's on tabletop though, I'm sure, so it's worth checking out on there if you want to. It's a shame though, they were going to work on another expansion and then they cut funding. I guess the board game just didn't do as well as they'd hoped. I played this game a lot though, it's very fun to me. Not the best game, I'll say that outright, but it's very fun to build up to that fight. Oops, I clicked myself away there. And of course, as I already showed a bit, it comes with even more figures. Now the thing about me is, when I thought about playing D&D, I was like, wait, but I have nothing for it, no figures or something. But then I realized, I have literally hundreds of figures from board games, hahaha. I actually have a huge collection, they're just in their respective board game boxes. So yeah, this is just the bag that came with TBC. The bag that came with the base game is like twice as big. And then there's a lot of other games like the D&D game from earlier that came with figures in Hero Quest. But yeah, this game is very fun. It does help if you're a fan of Warcraft though. If you're not, then there's better games like it probably, unless you really like the final PvP fight, which I do. Did I show of mansions yet? I don't think so, right? Mansions of Madness, kind of a staple. I feel like this is a game most people have at least heard of. It's a really solid game, so definitely check it out. I'm not going to talk about this one too much because I feel most people here will know it. Also comes with figures. It's a very solid game and you can play it easily by yourself as well. Like the box even mentions it. 1 to 5 players. Personally, I'd say this is a really good way to get into this genre of board games. Because it does explain stuff really well and it comes with a solid way to play by yourself without having to worry too much about stuff like DM. Let me grab a contents image real quick from Google. There we go, this is what the map looks like. It's literally just a mansion like the title implies. You basically walk about the mansion and stuff happens. Wait, I can make this bigger. It's a very fun game that's not too difficult to understand. Was this the game with that app? I want to make sure I'm picturing the right one. I believe this game comes with an app that is the DM. So that basically does the things a DM usually would for you. Yeah, there it is in the bottom. There is an app that comes with this to play as the DM. So even when you play solo you won't know what the rooms and such hold. It's a great game to play alone as well. Usually if you play a board game by yourself you might have to bend some rules. Not this game. This game is built with that in mind. You can play 1 up to 5, I believe. It's a fun game that's a step above things like Monopoly in difficulty for sure, but still not too bad to get into. Listen, if my mum can play this with me, so can yours. No excuses. Anyone can play this if they sit down. I firmly believe that. At first I thought the app would take away from the experience, not gonna lie. But it's actually really nice not having to worry about that part of the game. So if you think that it's not worth it because of the app, please reconsider. I know there's been a lot of bad apps and, dare I say the scary word, DVD, board games. But in this one it's actually implemented well. So despite being hesitant at first, I would recommend this game any day of the week. I meant to say despite being hesitant, not whatever I just said. Typos can be funny. Okay, so about this next game. Like I said at the beginning, I'd give a heads up. This next game is in my native language. So if you don't know where I'm from, now is the time to look away. Unfortunately, I have some games in my native language, because stores here sell a lot of native language stuff, of course. I do prefer to get my games in English, but that's not always possible, unless I import it and pay more. Alright, so let's go grab it. Where did I put it? There it is. Heroescape. Now some of you might know this as budget warmer. Sorry, this ain't German, hahaha. Yes, it's Dutch. But yeah, people call this budget warmer apparently. There's less long rules and it was cheaper. I don't think it's still being produced though. But it's pretty cool. You build up the board in it as well. So every game can be different. And of course there's so many different types of units. It is really fun, but people call it budget warmer 40k hahaha. Yes, verticality matters. Because of things like climbing up things, seeing whether your units can actually see enemy units and such. If they can't see the units, they can't shoot them, kinda thing. This box isn't too bad honestly. But that's also because all the pieces you see that's the ground are separate. So you put those down and build the map yourself, kinda thing. Oh, I took a picture of some figures. Or I tried to. It was hard because I didn't want to show my room or something, hahaha. So the angle is a bit weird. But yet it's a really solid game honestly, and it's a shame that it's not being sold anymore, I believe. Yes, apparently, and I didn't know this because I never went into Warhammer. It's pretty similar, but this is more blocky while Warhammer is more realistic. And it has a lot less rules. It has like 15 or so pages or rules, whereas Warhammer has a billion. So it feels easier to get into, but I've never played Warhammer. It's definitely cheaper to get into. Or well, it was. Things might be expensive now that it's out of production. But yeah, this game is very cool, I'd say. I picked this up back in the day for like €45 or something. And it comes with so much shit. It's actually insane. Personally, I'd say it's one of the best purchases I've done. Would recommend, but it's so hard to get now. If it's on tabletop, I'll definitely want to play it on there sometime though. I'm going crazy because my eye is buggy. I'm trying to fix it but I can't, hahaha. Okay, it's fine now. Never mind. Damn you glasses. I'm keeping my glasses on though I don't want to go blind. Yeah, that's true, Tao. The pieces are really good for other game as well. It's a solid game though, I'll definitely keep it personally. Okay, that are all the games I took pictures of for today though. I wanted to take more but I decided not to. Because I felt like I had quite a few pictures already. I'd say out of all the ones I showed, my favorite games are probably the Ruby game, D&D board games and the Warcraft ones. Although I picked only games I really like. So these are some of the games I like the most out of the ones I have. Hero Quest is a must-play for everyone at some point though, it's such a classic. I don't know that one. I think at least, let me Google. Oh wait, this does look familiar. Maybe I do know it. Yeah, I did show it earlier, but I didn't take pictures so I used Google Pictures. I wanted to take pictures but I would have had to move like 10 game boxes to get it, so I said no thanks, haha. I can quickly Google it for you to show it again. Let's see WHEREIS it. I almost showed a picture of someone who remade it with Lego, lol. I'll write this. This is Hero Quest. You can play one of the 4 heroes and play through a scenario. And one of the players is the GM. It has furniture, line of sight, doors, traps, all kinds of things. It's a very old game but still very solid and laid a good foundation for later games. Yes, one of the original ones. And look at all the figures that came with it. Okay, this is from someone who painted them, but still. You got all this shit with it. So a lot of people bought it purely for this as well at some point. Especially the furniture. The furniture is hard to get, so people loved getting it for this. It's very old now, but I believe they made a reprint at some point. Yet it's one of the classics for real. I still have my original copy, but it's very old, hahaha. Personally, I think it's very good though. And it's on tabletop as well, so I really want to get some people to play this with me at some point. Yet it's probably priced pretty ridiculous right now. The original is worth a lot of money if it's in good state apparently, but I'll never sell mine. I love this game to bits. And I played it a lot growing up as well. Oh yeah, games with a lot of figures are expensive. I sometimes forget how many figures I have just because of board games though. I mean mine are still fine yet after all these years. But they do come unpainted. So what you see here isn't what they look like immediately. But yeah, the furniture is the main selling point for many. Because of how hard good furniture can be to come by. And this gives you a decent chunk of it. Either way, I love these type of games. They're amazing and I love. I would recommend it, but you ideally have at least 2 to 3 players, I'd say preferably 3. One player acts as the big bad guy, who is the DM in this case. And I personally like to have at least 2 players as the heroes. Not very, because you have a scenario book. Which shows where you need to place stuff and such. It's very basic DM stuff. You move the pieces of the enemy, make them fight and so on. So you don't actually need to do world building really like you do in D&D. It's just being in control of the opposing faction and setting up the world according to the scenario, unless you do your own scenario, of course. It's a great game though, I always had a lot of fun with it. Either way, it looks like we got through the main games I wanted to talk about today. I know I went over some of them pretty fast. But I figured that maybe I'll play them on stream someday so we can get more in depth at that point. No promises that it'll be soon, but I'd love to play them on stream someday. Because I actually like these board games more than most video games, hahaha. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it here for today. I've been rambling about board games for 2 hours now. I think I got this out of my system for today. We can play some other day. I didn't even mention card games really this time. Ain't you proud of me? I could fill another day with that if I wanted to, but no. Also, this was a very small part of my collection. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the games I have. I'll be looking for someone to raid now though. Oh, it's still capturing my browser, 1 second. This can be on screen for a bit. Alright, let's see who's online. Is anyone I know streaming? It seems there's quite a few actually. Yu-Gi-Oh! Mini would be great. But also really expensive most likely. Okay, how about we go to Maple? She was here earlier. So let's go say hi to Maple. Alright guys, be nice to Maple and thanks for letting me ramble about board games for 2 hours. I'll see you guys in 2 days for more strategy games, I believe. Might be Age of Wonders again. Could be Gladius or even something else entirely. We'll see that day, hahaha. Anyway, bye for now.